Welcome back, it's the Grape Explorer here, and today I'm putting you to the test with the French wine quiz. Helpful if you're studying, helpful if you're learning, or just a good bit of fun. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm the Grape Explorer. I'm certified by the Wine and Spirit Education Trust, the WSET, and I'm bringing you wine education, product reviews, and lots of tastings. So let's get into today's quiz. It's all about French wine, 10 questions to challenge you. Now, what I want from you is to get in the comments section below and let me know how you get on. I also want some suggestions as to what you'd like to see some quizzes on. We're going to get straight into question number 1. In France, the traditional labelling term for the protected designation of origin is AOC. But what does AOC stand for? Is it A, Area d'Origine Contrôlée? Is it B, Appellation Origin Cru? Is it C, Appellation Origin Contrôlée? Or is it D, Area Origin Cru? So have a quick think about that one and work your way through it. So AOC is a common name we give to all of the appellations in France. I've tried to make it a little bit difficult by mixing up some of the words in the answer. But if you've guessed answer C, you're absolutely correct. Well done. Okay, let's move on to question 2. This is all about a particular region in France. So Menetou-Salon is an important appellation in which French region? Is it A, the Northern Rhone, B, the Loire Valley, C, the Southern Rhone, or D, Languedoc? So how are you on your regions? Do you know where Menetou-Salon is on the map? Can you think of some of the other regions that are nearby? Well, if I said that Sancerre was an appellation nearby, would that make this any easier for you? In this case, the answer is B, it's the Loire Valley. Now we're going to move a little further south into France with question number 3. In the southwest of France, Madeleine is known for its red wines made from which grape? Is it A, Cabernet Sauvignon, B, Merlot, C, Malbec, or D, Tannat? The trick with this question is that when we're moving to the southwest of France, we're moving towards Bordeaux, but I actually want you to go a little bit further than this with your answer. So in this case, you need to discount some of those things that you would associate with Bordeaux, perhaps Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and then you're starting to think about what are some of those smaller appellations in the southwest of France and what do they specialise in. And when it comes to this one, the correct answer is D, it is Tannat. Now we're moving all the way across France to a completely different region altogether. This one's all about the Northern Rhone. So in the Northern Rhone, within Côte Rôtie, Viognier can be blended with Syrah. What percentage of Viognier is permissible? Is it A, up to 5%, B, up to 10%, C, up to 15%, or D, up to 20%? Quite a tricky one, this one. This is something that you would learn at WSET level 3 for those of you who may already have taken it or may be aspiring to it. If so, you would know that the answer is D. It is up to 20%. Okay, on to the next one. We're moving back to the Loire Valley. So Cabernet Franc is the most planted black grape in the Loire Valley. Which is the second most planted black grape? Is it A, Gamay, B, Merlot, C, Cabernet Sauvignon, or D, Pinot Noir? Quite a tricky one, this one, purely because you need to think about what kind of climates are in the Loire Valley compared to what would grow well there. So you might be able to discount something like Cabernet Sauvignon, which might not do so well in a cooler climate. Pinot Noir, of course, does quite well in cool climates, but in this case, it is answer A, it's Gamay. Okay, we're going to move on to a French language question associated with wine for all you francophiles out there. So question 6, Vendage tardif or VT is a French term meaning what? Is it A, early ripening, B, late harvest, C, vineyard hazard, or D, soft tannins? When I wrote this question, I actually struggled to come up with 4 different ways to word this, because for me this is one of these ones that you either know or you don't. I don't think there may be a particular term for all of these things, but I'm not aware of it. But in this case, the correct answer is B, it's late harvest. Okay, moving on to question 7 and moving to another region in France. This one's about Alsace. The region of Alsace is sheltered from rain, bearing winds by the Vosges Mountains. Is that true or is that false? So you need to know a little bit about your geography and topography of the country for this one. This is why wine is so interesting. You need to know a little bit about the grapes, of course, the winemaking processes, but actually you do need to know about the geography of the countries, where they're positioned and why that makes wine grow so well. So are the Vosges Mountains something that protects the area of Alsace? They are indeed. This question is true. Now on to question number 8, which is all about Bordeaux. You can see I've tried to cover as many areas as I could. Which of the following is not a left bank appellation in Bordeaux? Is it Castillon Côte de Bordeaux? Is it Saint-Estèphe? Is it Margaux? Or is it Saint-Julien? Now, how well do you know your left bank from your right bank, from your Entrée de Mer when it comes to Bordeaux? Some of these appellations that I've called out here are incredibly famous for their Bordeaux wines. Margaux, Saint-Estèphe, Saint-Julien are all very famous as left bank Bordeaux producing areas. So the correct answer here is A, it's Castillon Côte de Bordeaux. Now we're moving on to question number 9. I'm moving us to another region. This one's all about Champagne. Complete the name of this Champagne village. Montagne. What? Is it A, de Blanc, B, de la Marne, C, de Cézanne, or C, de Rhone? Tricky, I think. I tried to call out a number of the key areas that are in Champagne, which makes this one a little bit more difficult. But in the case of this particular question, you need to evaluate, well, what's the naming for them? Can you remember the names if you've been studying, or take a guess perhaps? But this time the answer is D, it's Montagne de Rhone. And finally we've got a question about Beaujolais. How many Beaujolais crus are there? Are there 5, 9, 10 or 14? Again, quite a tricky question, but if you've guessed answer C, you're absolutely correct. Well done. The answer is C. 10 questions on French wine. How did you get on? Like I said, put your comment below to let me know how you get on. There are lots of other question and answer videos available. Links right in front of you right now. I'll be back with more quizzes very soon, but for now I'll say cheers, all the best. I'm the Grape Explorer. See you again.